Good morning, friends. Back at it again. We're at a random park. I was like, I need to record this video for my people because y'all liked a couple videos beforehand about, trying to be more social. But this is about making friends, okay? Being social and making friends are related to each other, but they're not the same. Why? Depth, okay? Being social, anyone can be social. You could be social with the barista at the coffee spot. You could be social with your teacher. You could be social with the old grandma. You could even be social with freaking Donald Trump. Okay, whatever. Regardless, that does not make them your friend just because you talk to them. Okay? So I'm gonna get this out the way. Everything I'm gonna talk about in this video is gonna be summed up in this one saying, one sentence. Okay? In order to have friends, you must first be a friend. What does that even mean, man? What does that mean? What does that mean? I just told you. In order to have friends, you must be a friend. What do you mean? How do I do that? I don't know. Fine, here. First and foremost, if you actually want friends, this is what you need to do first. Number one, get a notebook, while you're watching this on YouTube, get your notes, open your notes app, write this down, okay? What type of friend do you want? I want you to list out the qualities. I want you to maybe even list out the profession. Just write down all the qualities that you would want in a friend. Compassion, honesty, timeliness. Doesn't really matter. Don't really care. But you need to write it down. Okay? And really think about this. All right? Use all of your experience that you have. Okay? Good friends. People you've watched be friends. Mentors, cartoons, anime, media, whatever. Whatever you deem to be a good friend, I want you to write that down. Okay? Whatever qualities you want to write that down. You want the loyalty that freaking Goku and Vegeta have? Awesome. Great. You want the work ethic and the camaraderie that freaking Ippo and Takemura have? Go do that too. Listen, look, friends are going to be there. They're going to be there. Do you want a rival? Do you want Rugia to be your friend? I don't know. Don't care. Figure it out. Pause and then go do it. Then come back. Done? Cool. Awesome. So, secondly, how'd you write all that down? Find the definitions for all those things. Be that friend. Very simple. Be that friend. If you need to mimic people's influences, mimic the influencers who make you want to be this way, do that. Okay? I don't care if it's a girl. I don't care if it's a guy. I don't care if it's freaking you watch Ants and you figure it out. Okay? But you need to be that friend. And if you don't want to do that, you're selfish. You're selfish. No one likes a selfish friend. Nobody. Like literally the only people who will tolerate a selfish friend are people with low self-esteem, people who are also selfish, people who have a benefit of being in a relationship with them. When that relationship expires, their friendship is done. Okay? You don't want that. You want very close relationships that last a very long time because those are going to benefit you the most. Straight up, no cap, no hizzle, no muffler. Straight up, okay? Okay. If you are selfish, you're not gonna make a lot of friends, not a lot of close friends, unless you're a great actor. Okay, but you want to be genuine because you want to be a liar. Okay. What's it saying again? Be the standard. Be the standard that you want to be, so that when you call somebody else out on their BS, they're not gonna look at you as a hypocrite. Okay? 3, I've already talked about this in the social, how to be more social. Go out more. Go out more. I don't care what you're doing. Get some hobbies. Matter of fact, go volunteer. Go volunteer. There are plenty of places and people that you can go meet and hang out with to volunteer. Well, I don't want to volunteer. That's exactly why you should go volunteer. Almost automatically, you're going to be around people who are selfless. No one wants to volunteer. Nobody. Nobody who can love you like me. Nobody. Nobody wants to volunteer. No one wants to volunteer. Okay? Everyone's just like, I don't want to help the homeless. I don't want to, help the dogs. Help the, over here in Las Vegas, we have I think an annual search for kids who have potentially been sex trafficked. Forget. Don't know what that is. Don't look it up if you're too young. But join a personal club. Run clubs are very popular right now. And go in person. Do not be on one of these online groups. Be like, oh my gosh, I'm connected with this community. You're never going to meet these people in real life. Unless they come visit you or you go visit them, you're never, ever going to meet them in real life. IRL. Gang. Straight up. Jeez. Use your noodle. That's what my dad would say. Anyway. Number 4. This is probably the most important thing I will say. And this is something I went over in my How to Be More Social series. Initiate with interest. I don't care if it's guy, girl, robot. Initiate with interest. Okay? Initiate with interest. A lot of people, including you, while watching this video, are self-conscious about what other people think about them, the space they're taking up. They're in their head about how people are going to respond, how people are going to do this and do that. And the thing is, right, they want friends just as bad as you. The only difference is that they didn't watch my video about how to make friends, but you did, and you have the knowledge, okay? And ultimately, you would want somebody to come up and come talk to you to be your friend. You would. And what did I just say in the second point of this video? Become that friend. So go talk to that person over there who you either have the same interest with, which is why I told you to go out in the first place, or you find something interesting about them. Find something to talk to them about with. Okay? If you're still nervous, ask yourself, do I have friends? Do I want friends? If one of those things is no, you'll have to initiate. And there's nothing wrong with initiating. You literally lose nothing by initiating. You gain more by being rejected than you do by being accepted. Because now the vetting process has to start, which I'm going to make a video on next. But if you need help, this is something that helps me. Pick something interesting about the person or something that makes you curious. Okay? Yesterday, this is not me trying to like become friends with somebody. This is just me like trying to initiate. Okay? Like maybe Sunday, I was talking to this one chick. She was a bodybuilder chick, natural bodybuilder, right? And I know a little bit about the women's division, but she's there, so I wanted to practice my social skills by just asking a whole bunch of questions, okay? And really being like, wow, give me some input. And giving some input and just absorbing the information that she was giving me about the women's division. Okay? Hold up. Okay, this kind of goes into the point of like being social matters. Not everyone's going to be your friend, but what matters is that you would try to initiate and show interest. Okay? Even if you know a lot about a subject, or you think you know a lot about a subject, and you want to ask really obvious questions to somebody, like if you're in the gym and you're asking about, do they take creatine and is it healthy? You might already know that, hey, creatine is healthy and everything or whatnot. But the fact is that you're trying to make friends and you don't know how to do that. So you're just going to try to use what knowledge you have the best. And then after that, after you see them after a while, tip number 2, whenever you see them again, say hi. You don't need to get into a full-blown conversation. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. That's all you got to do. If conversation sparks, conversation sparks. Matter of fact, if you're like, hey, look, your advice really helped me. Hey, look, you helped me learn a lot about the situation. I hope y'all can hear me. You really helped me about the situation. I learned a lot about this. You go over there, you say, hey, what's up? Give them dap. Walk away. Have a good day. Adios, muchachos. Peace. That's it. Do nothing crazy. You don't need to be a social butterfly. You just need to interact with them enough, okay? Proximity matters. Consistency matters. Okay, 5. Last thing. Try being a good friend, okay? And make sure that they're also good friends. I'm going to go over this when it talks about, is that the next video? Yeah. When I talk about growing and vetting your friends, I'm going to go into this topic more in detail. But practice being a good friend, okay? You have to be consistent. You have to be consistent with who you want to be and with who you are. Okay? You don't want an unreliable friend. They're going to harm you. They're going to ruin your life. You do not want that to happen. Okay? You want to watch your friend and watch your friendship grow over the next 6 to 12 months. Okay? 6 to 12 months. During that time frame, you should be practicing being more social, and you should be practicing trying to be a better friend. Ask them how they're doing. Ask them if they're in school. Ask them all these different questions. You need to figure it out. Okay? Use ChatGPT, Perplexity, DeepSeek, what else is good? Grok, Gemini. Figure out a way to come up with some questions to ask somebody you see on a regular basis. Okay? You have the tools and the resources. I'm a small YouTuber. I don't have all the videos out right now. They might be scheduled like months out, but you might not have all the answers, Sway. You got to go figure it out how to get it. Being resourceful is important. Anyway, past the point. Communicate slowly and learn about them slower. Okay, this is a tip. Okay? Communicate slowly. What I mean about communicate slowly, talk to them, get to know them very slowly. That's why I say 6 to 12 months. You should know everything about them by the 3rd time you talk to them, unless you're really talented at talking to people and getting people to open up. Just saying. Okay? I do this strategy all the time at work, pretty much. Okay? Ask yourself over time, do they reciprocate your effort? And if you really want to be bold about it, communicate that you want to be friends. Communicate, hey, look, I've been, practicing people watching recently, and I've been noticing this, that, and the third about you, and, I just want to, hang out and get to know you more. That sounds kind of gay, but if you really want to be bold and open about that, go ahead. Shoot your shot. Pause. But that's about it. That's all I have for you. See you on the next one. In the next video, I don't know if it's going to be on Monday or Friday, but we're going to be going on the basics of friendship growth, how to grow friends, how to grow a friendship, and how to maintain a friendship. They're kind of related, but adios, friend. Thanks for watching. Peace.